All right, guys, so the next growth tool and possible entry point into Facebook Messenger that we're going to talk about is the Messenger code growth tool. So Messenger codes are a really new concept that are similar to QR codes, but better. And when people scan the code, it starts a conversation with them inside of Facebook Messenger. So the best use case for messenger codes is to use them to generate conversations in Facebook Messenger from an external offline source. So where we use messenger ref URLs on the web because they're actual URLs, or we use them as calls to action from stage or on a webinar, messenger codes are best when someone is physically in front of you. They scan the code inside of Facebook Messenger, and like I said, it immediately starts a conversation with you. Really, really cool. So let me show you how this works. So we would create a new growth tool. We would click Facebook Messenger code. And again, this works almost identical to the ref URL. So they would scan the code and they would receive this opt-in message. Now, there's not a place to subscribe them to a sequence here, but you could simply hit edit. You could go to Flow Builder, and you could make it so that, actually, let's go back to Basic Builder. Maybe we added a button here. The button says yes. We could add an action that subscribes them to a sequence if they interact with this opt-in message. So just FYI, if you're like, Molly, I don't know how to subscribe them to this sequence, don't worry, you can still subscribe them to a sequence if they engage here with this opt-in message. So you get to customize the opt-in message and of course the sequence that comes after it. But after you built this, you first want to build the opt-in message and the sequence, then you want to hit messenger code, because if you go back and change it, it's going to change the code. But I wanted to show you guys what these look like. Really, really cool. It's taking a second. So here's what it looks like. It's going to have your Facebook page's profile picture here in the middle. And these lines and dots are what Facebook is reading. This is the unique part of the code that Facebook is going to scan. So I'll show you how this works in a minute, but someone would scan this, say they're standing in front of you, you own an ice cream shop, and at the register, it says scan this code and become a messenger subscriber for 10% off your order. So they scan the code. They're going to see a get started button, just like they did with the ref URL. And then they're going to see your opt-in action that gives them a code and, ask them questions or whatever you want your follow-up sequence to do. So they scan the code, they get the coupon, and they can, tell the person working the register, hey, this is the coupon code. I get 10% off of my order. Now this person has become a messenger subscriber, and you can follow up with them and get them to come back in the store. Really, really cool feature here that a lot of people don't know about. So let's talk about some different ways to use this. A live event booth. So maybe you're sponsoring a conference, or for some reason you have a booth at a physical event. This could even be at a trade show or an art fair. Anytime where people are walking up to you in person, you could have them scan the messenger code to win something free, right? And you could pick a winner, at the end of however long you're going to be running that contest. You could have them scan the code to get a discount like we talked about. You could have them scan a code to get some sort of lead magnet. So maybe you're delivering a PDF or something of value, but you would need to entice people to scan the code. But it's really easy to scan the code when I know I'm going to get a discount or something free. So a good idea here. Inside brick and mortar stores, so like we talked about with the ice cream shop, you could have this messenger code printed out right next to the register with instructions on how to scan it and what they're going to get if they do so. So if I owned a brick and mortar store and people were walking in and out, you better believe I would have messenger codes around the store enticing people to scan so that I could follow up with them later. Business cards. So this is a great use case. You could put a messenger code on a business card. Back to the marketing agency example I was using in the last video, you could have someone scan the code on your business card to apply to become one of your clients. So when they scan the code, they'll click Get Started inside of Messenger, and then you could ask them a sequence of questions, qualifying them to see if they are qualified to be a client. Physical flyers. So I've seen this work really well inside of the ManyChat community. So whether you're a band or you're a local business, if you're using actual physical paper flyers around town, you could have people scan Messenger for more information. Or maybe you're a band, you could have them scan a messenger code to buy tickets, and the sequence could simply deliver a link for where they need to go to buy a ticket. Same thing with any other local business. You could have people actually scan to learn more information, where to find your business, to get a discount, or to actually check out your products. So physical flyers around town, a great place to put the Facebook Messenger code. Again, these are just a few examples, guys. There are so many ways you can use this code, but what's really important to keep in mind is that you want to use this code when people are physically in front of you, and you want to make sure that whenever you ask people to scan the code, wherever that is, that you're providing specific instructions on how to scan the code. In my opinion, that's a big reason that QR codes never took off. People knew what they were, but they didn't know what to do with them. And also, people put QR codes on billboards and places where you can't actually scan the code. So make sure that you're making the code easily accessible, that someone could easily put their phone up to the code, and that you're telling them exactly how to scan it. And for those of you who aren't totally sure how it works yourself, just an FYI, it's a 4-step process. So you would want to first open up the Facebook Messenger app. Number 2, click on your photo in the top left-hand corner, as you can see here. Number 3, you would actually click here on your photo. And once you do that, you would click on this scan code button up here in the right-hand corner. As soon as you click scan code, it's going to open this circle, and you would just put the circle over the Facebook Messenger code in front of you. It will immediately recognize it. It'll open a Messenger conversation with that particular page. You hit the Get Started button. You're now a subscriber, and you can display the opt-in message and whatever sequences you would like to display from there. So really simple. Open up the Facebook Messenger app, click the photo in the top left-hand corner, then click on your own Facebook Messenger code, click the scan code button in the top right-hand corner, scan the code, and now they are open in Messenger. One more time, guys, make sure that when you're creating flyers or you're displaying this Messenger code, that you do put that 4-step process, those instructions right there next to the code so that people know exactly what to do with them. I think this is going to be huge, guys. I think we're going to start seeing more and more of these codes, especially in local businesses, especially on flyers. It's such a powerful thing, and it works because most people have Facebook Messenger on their phone, right? QR codes didn't work because there wasn't wasn't a use case. There weren't users that knew how to use QR codes. Well, most users, most people walking around the world today have Facebook Messenger on their phone. And once they learn how to scan a code, it will be easy to do so moving forward. So think about different ways to use this in your business, guys, and I will see you in the next video.